Shwmai, croeso, hello and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest. Episode 64. We return following a manic schedule of fixtures that have seen us have a bit of a break from the podcast. There's been plenty of matches that have been going on, home and away. Currently sitting third in the table, and perhaps we'll talk about that later on. But as you can see, joining me this week is a man who has recently started a really important role at the club, very much focused on off-field matters. So it's great to welcome community manager, Mr. Harry Thomas.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much for having me.
No problem at all. There is loads to discuss. Firstly, though, let's look at you and your career path to date. Followers of the club may already be familiar with you. Your previous work in the academy, a variety of roles. I think I read you were obviously a lead coach, head of pre-academy, head of foundation phase, and perhaps youth phase as well, I think I'm right in saying. Before you took up an exciting opportunity at the Swans with their Gennaro Adran Premier Swansea City ladies team about 2 years ago. So quite the CV you come with in football matters. But let's go back to the start of that. Well, what got you into coaching in the first place then, Hitch?
Yeah, so I went to Pembrokeshire College, studied the sport course there. And that's where it began, really. I needed to do coaching hours for one of the modules I was doing. Went up to a Swansea City Foundation soccer camp. Funnily enough, Kerry Phillips was there, current 19s coach. And yeah, just started volunteering there, and it grew from there, really. Steve got in touch then. Obviously, he was running the academy at the time. And I supported Gareth Lewis with his under-8s, which again, funnily enough, is the under-19s now. So yeah, feel really old now, but yeah, that's where it started with the under-8s, and then yeah, we run a pre-academy in the college, in the sports hall, and yeah, different age groups from there, really. Yeah,
fantastic. And I mentioned lastly there the Swansea City ladies opportunity. Obviously, Kerry was the manager there. I think he was previously assistant, then first team manager with the ladies. That must have been awesome because they're really in the spotlight now. The Gennaro Adran Premier Ladies Division, is featured on Scorio. It's the equivalent of our Haverfordwest County first team with the men's. The equivalent with the ladies section. What was that experience like then?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's growing and growing. Of course, it is.
Yeah.
We can see that with us. With our women and girls set up here. I mean, Wales wide, it's grown, which is great. And yeah, I went in there. I think I was assistant for 2 days, and then we had a home fixture in the Swansea.com stadium. So I remember sitting in the chair all sheepish, only 2 days in, didn't know anybody's name or anything. But yeah, I was just over a season I was there and really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Fantastic. As I said from the outset there, superb CV to come in. And I'm sure you'll be stepping back into the academy somewhat now and again, perhaps over coming years. But let's get into your role then. It's, as I said, an important responsibility that now sits at your door. No pressure at all. We won't say too much about the Oggy Bridge Meadow. Obviously, there's a lot of discussion around the meadow at the moment, and there'll be more official news very, very soon. But we've been playing our home fixtures. I say home in quotation marks. Home fixtures in Carmarthen at the LHP Stadium. You've been there at all the games. You've arranged for many young supporters and academy players to be match day mascots. That's been really nice to see that return, regularly. We've had them ad hoc, I suppose, but prior to the pandemic, that was a weekly occurrence, and they're coming back. And like I said, it's great to see the smiles on all the faces as they've walked out. But I suppose that's probably the match day experience has been hindered somewhat with us being in Carmarthen, perhaps not at our own HQ. It was one of the things you first said in your statement, when it was announced back in June time, I think, that you were joining us. Have you got any sort of intel then and ideas about what the match days are going to look like when we are back in Pembrokeshire?
Yeah, so whilst it's sort of been limited a little bit, we try and make it a home from home. And I think the first thing to do there was to introduce the mascots again and open it out sort of to the public, if you like, to any sort of young children who might like to take part in the experience. That's going to be continuing when we are back at the Oggy Bridge Meadow. But we're going to be looking to link with local teams for that. We're actually in the process of purchasing Guard of Honor flags. So they'll kind of go hand in hand, and the same local club can bring many youngsters. I think we'd be looking at about 30 to 40 youngsters.
Wow.
All around the ground and enjoying that experience. So you're looking forward to that. But in terms of the wider match days back at the stadium, for me, it's what goes around the fixture. So whether that's having events and sessions before the match, half time, little challenges, fun games, almost creating like a little fan zone if we can in time. And then after the match as well. So whilst the match is sort of the figurehead and the main feature of the day, so much can go on around it. And yeah, that will sit at my desk. Yeah.
Like I said, no pressure with that. But yeah, that's certainly going to increase the enjoyment factor and really engage with lots of different local communities. I say that community, there's been huge strides in the last few years with the local community of Haverfordwest as a town, but also Pembrokeshire as a region as well. Attendances are obviously the evidence of this. That's the trajectory of the attendances have been going up for a number of years now. But I suppose community engagement, with that your role, it can take many forms. Let's dive into some of the projects and partnerships that are going on then. There was no surprise for me that I saw there was a school very early on in your time involved, because I think it was Westwood House School you were previously at, and obviously your most recent role, head of PE, I think it was, at Castle School in Haverfordwest as well. Premier League Primary Stars as well. We haven't even mentioned that. That was on your CV. So I wasn't at all surprised to see. I think it was Prendergast Primary, very much friends of Haverfordwest County. We've done lots with them over the years. They were the first to have a school visit to the Oggy Bridge Meadow. What was the sort of scenario set with that visit then?
Yeah, so that was actually set up by Rebecca Nuthall, so I can't take credit for that one. But yeah, we saw a sea of yellow and orange vests coming down the hill, and I think we had just over 80 children attend. So we had a workshop with Zach Jones and Malrick Jones, picking their brains and their journeys and injuries and all sorts of things. We showed the recent FAW video of the club, in terms of the sort of fan perspective and things like that, which was, I think it only came out 15 minutes before we showed them. So they really were the first children to watch it, I could do. And then, yeah, took them behind the scenes then. So we went into the changing rooms, home and away, went through the kits and the designs and the badges and the history of the club. Because I know that their sort of scheme of work and a lot of their topics are around Haverfordwest, or Haverfordwest is kind of embedded through their work in the school there. So yeah, to partner up with them is great. And yeah, we are looking to do more work in schools in the near future. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, great opportunity. And from the photos, you can see how much that has been enjoyed by the pupils and staff who attended that day. With that, then, you've mentioned interaction with the players and things like that. Was there any opportunity to actually, kick a ball around and play any football that day?
There wasn't. No, so it was purely to look behind the scenes. Again, we will, when able to, we will be holding tournaments and different festivals and engaging with the community and schools. But yeah, it wasn't possible on that day. The lower pitches would have been absolutely soaking. So we stayed away from playing. But yeah, it was nice.
Nice. It's obviously there's always a question I ask to club staff members when they come on the Nest, and I think we'll get it out of the way now. Perfect time for it. If another member of staff at another local school is listening, is this something that you're offering local schools? And if so, how can they get in touch with you then?
Yeah, it is. It is. So this week we've rolled out an extracurricular schools offer. So we're able to go into primary schools across Pembrokeshire to increase activity at lunchtimes and maybe battle some of the behaviour that maybe goes on on the field or a yard around football at lunchtimes. I know a lot of schools that I've worked in struggle with that. So we're looking to sort of support schools there, and then after school clubs as well. That's gone out this week. And yeah, everybody can contact me via my work email, which is on the screen now.
Excellent. Oh, fair play. That's exciting. I didn't realize about the on-site school deliveries that we're now offering as well. So yeah, no doubt there's your inbox is going to be full soon with lots of schools looking for some support in that area. Brilliant. I will drop in a little teaser, a little bit of a nugget here as well. We've chatted about your links to education, along with my own personal background in education as well. It's very early stages of developing something perhaps focused for the club. We'll keep that up our sleeves for now, but watch this space, schools in the local area. Next project then, sticking with local, is the Bluebirds Brew, which started this week and runs as well next week. It's effectively, I'm assuming, like a coffee morning event. It's taking place at Get the Boys a Lift HQ in Bridge Street in the town centre. What's all this about, and what are you looking to get from these events, Hitch?
Yeah, so it's two pilots really. 2 Wednesday mornings, 2 hours at Get the Boys a Lift, which provide coffee on match days for us, and we work really closely with them. And it's a chance for supporters and the wider community to have their say. So we'll have a questionnaire. We had a questionnaire available on the day. Just sort of engaging with as many people as we can, showcasing the club, getting to know people. Do they know about the club? What would they like to see? Just all the questions that we want to know, really. The topics. So we'll look into the academy. We'll look at community, essentially top to bottom. Because even though I haven't been there long, it's about 8 weeks in a full-time capacity. Mm-hmm. I really want to understand what the community want and their opinions. So yeah, we'll be rolling that out. And it's also a chance to enter a little competition we got running as well. Something I'm really keen to do is bring a physical Bluebird mascot to the stadium when we return. And it's a chance to name that mascot. So yeah, if you'd like to be in with a chance to name the mascot for life, there's currently a competition running, which it's exciting.
I love it. I'll have to put my thinking cap on around that one and come up with an idea, but I'm sure there'll be far better ideas than mine. Excellent. There we are. Well, so it's 8:30 till 10:30. The next session then is next Wednesday for people interested in popping by with that one. If they can't for any reason, is that questionnaire going to be available in any other ways?
It is. It's going to go out online as well. Yeah, okay. It's going to go out online for a set period of time, and we'll look to do that ASAP, really.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Also starting this week, and it's very concerning us too in particular, we are, as a club, delighted again to be supporting Prostate United this year. It isn't just club staff and volunteers, however. We've opened, well, for hopefully the floodgate's going to help us with this. We've opened for supporters and followers of the club across the community to get together to raise some vital funds for Prostate Cancer UK throughout all of October. There's a Strava club set up. The link is on screen now for you to join us. Warm welcome awaits you all as we look to reach the quite random kilometres of 5,374, I think it is, which is the total distance between the Oggy Bridge Meadow Stadium and the recently found town of Haverford in Pennsylvania. I think links are being developed between us and I think there are about 6,500 people living over there, just west of Philadelphia. I did my research on that one. Firstly, then, Hitch, tell us how are the club supporting everybody's opportunities to get some kilometres on the board this month?
Yeah, so as you say, the Strava group is set up. Every morning from the stadium, we're holding either a walk or a run, and we'll be either ticking off 3 kilometres in the walking group or 5 kilometres with the run. And then following that, then we'll have teas and coffees and biscuits and breakfast bars and stuff in the club then, just to sort of get that community feel around prostate cancer and have those really positive and meaningful conversations. But yeah, we encourage as many people to join as we can. It started this week, and yeah, hopefully it's a real success until the end of the year, at the end of the month, sorry.
Yeah, well, don't say the end of the year. Yeah, obviously we're the first few days in. I did it last year and really enjoyed it. It gets you potentially out of the house. So actually this year, the weather the way it is, I'm doing it on the treadmill in the house, and it's a couple of days in, enjoying it still at the moment. But please feel free to get involved wherever you are in the world, I suppose. Get involved on the Strava or message. Again, I pop your email address up. If you are participating, perhaps on Strava, let us know. Every little helps with that, almost 5,500 kilometres that we're hoping to do across October. On that then, the USA, any idea how that appeared? How did we find out about it? And is that a link that we're looking to develop?
It is, yeah. Rob Edwards sort of slid it across my desk, and I was all for it. I jumped straight on it. I had a call with the manager of the township over there in Haverford.
Wow.
And it's really strange. I never knew there was history there, wasn't aware of it at all. But you've got Haverford, Narberth, and St David's all within a short distance, and obviously originated from Pembrokeshire. So there really is history there. And yeah, we're currently in discussions of how we can source some memorabilia, if there's any sort of history that we can tap into. And like you say, create a link. I think our academy players will be pleased with a tour there at the end of the year, seasons to come, or whatever we can link with. If they were potential to come on here with you on the Nest, or there's so many possibilities. But that was a connection that we jumped straight on. Yeah,
fantastic. I bet when you started your role as community manager, you didn't expect to be linking up with the town on the other side of the world. Global community we are now. Yeah. That's amazing. And yeah, definitely, international guests are appearing on the Nest. We'll have to link up with time zones and things like that, no doubt. But that would be amazing to find out, what life is like over there in, I suppose, a mini Pembrokeshire by the sounds of it. And that's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And hopefully that will come off, because I think it could be really strong for everyone.
Definitely look forward to that one. Another Nest reveal coming here then. Again, none of these are really in any order, I suppose, but the club are looking now to set up its own charity on behalf of Haverfordwest County. Early days, I know, in this one, but what are the specific causes or projects you're hoping to support in the community with that then?
Yeah, so I think short term, obviously we want to set up the charity. Again, early discussions there, but in terms of kind of the subheadings really of my role, or the topics, the areas of real need. So we touched on education, we've got youth engagement, health and well-being, participation, all these strands, inclusion, disability. We want to be able to offer provision in those areas, whether that's out in the community like the schools offer we've got now, or at the club. I think that we should, and we really want to sort of tick off the need and support organisations with whatever needs they've got, whether that be the town council, any sort of partners or organisations we want to work really closely with, and support whatever needs are in the community in those different sections. And I think with the club we've got now, with the facilities, it's a real possibility, and it's really exciting. Yeah,
definitely, that was the word I was going to use. Yeah, exciting and limitless, really, in what we can do with that status. What I will say, yes, all those stakeholders could receive that support, but I know within the supporters community, there's a number of people who perhaps already, have developed their own charity or have supported others in setting one up. So I'd certainly, I'm going to put your email address back up on screen here. I'm going to invite anybody with perhaps experience of doing this in the past themselves to get in touch with you via email to see if they can perhaps offer their support and get us up and running quite quickly. I think with that would be really, really exciting times with that one. Okay, as I said from the outset, there's lots to tick off here. I'm going through my bullet point. Honestly, there's so much I want to ask you. The next one I'm really in the dark with this, but I'm excited because I can see where potentially this is going. I got a bullet point of Nintendo gaming. What's this one all about, Ish?
It's, again, early stages. I know I keep saying that, but nothing's confirmed yet. But we're really hoping that a local man who set up a Nintendo sort of portable gaming area, if you want to call it that, got all the old Nintendo games, consoles. Can come to the club and just offer something different. We've had alpacas in the past, and we'll have loads more stuff like that. But it's no secret that youngsters do enjoy gaming. And whilst I clearly am all for sort of physical activity and getting out and about and health and well-being, I think for a short amount of time on a match day, I think there could be a really good opportunity for children or adults to come in and possibly play an injured first team player, or play myself. I'm not very good, but or each other, of course, and just have fun there before or after the game. Then
I love that.
I think it's something that could take off, and obviously with the partnership now with UFL, I think if they were to come in, I know it would be a different platform, PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, and play UFL at the stadium. I think that would be really nice.
Again, like you said, enhancing the match day experience, so it isn't just the headline show of the actual 90 odd minutes on the pitch. It's a lot more than that. You know, you're almost making a day of it then, I suppose, at the Oggy Bridge Meadow. Okay. Seamlessly on to the next question then. Vendors, you mentioned alpacas there, and we've had various people attending the games. What are your thoughts about, you know, linking with the local community and bringing different people in for things like that then?
Yeah, so I've actually got an old school friend who's converted a horse box into a coffee and crepe bar. Travels around the county, pops up at different events, and I think bringing in businesses, you know, and organisations like that can only sort of support and supplement the offer that we've already got. I personally love the catering that we've already got at the club, but I think if we can offer a range of foods, drinks, or whatever it may be, each match day, maybe something different each week, would be a plus. Yeah.
Amazing. You're not helping my diet very much in doing the things like that, man. No, I agree. Yeah, compliments very much to the hatch. I'm missing the hatch. The food there has been superb, but yeah, you said the fan zone is a word that's sticking with me. That is really exciting, having that sort of different experience for a match day. Yeah, okay, liking that. You also briefly mentioned camps as well going forward in the future. School holiday camps, is that something on the radar?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Hopefully under the new charity, if you like, when that comes off. But we have been commissioned to run a fit and fed program up at Prendergast again. So we'll be running that in October half term for children specifically in that school, as a bit of a pilot, really. I know we've run it in previous years, but it's something I'm looking to sort of bring back and make a constant theme in our holidays and half terms, really.
Fantastic. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Looking ahead then, perhaps I think we've covered sort of short and medium term plans here and visions and that. There's a team of staff at the club now, I think, are all playing their part in the off-field goings on at the club. I'm not going to name names, I'll forget somebody, but collectively, you know, there's real great things going on. But for you personally, in your role, what do you want to have achieved in, say, 2 years from now? What are your sort of aspirations?
Yeah, so I think for me, in 2 years' time, if we had provision in all those areas I mentioned earlier on education, participation, etc., happening in the day regularly, sessions that are sustainable, and provision that really does meet the need of the community. You know, working off that feedback, enhancing the programs that we've got, and making sure that our facilities are utilised day in, day out, in the evenings, you know, as much as we can. Just offering, you know, hopefully sector leading provision off the pitch. In 2 years' time, I'd sort of look back and be very pleased if that was where we are. That's certainly a target of mine. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, no doubt there'll be lots more things added along the way. That's just the way of the club. You know, we are, you know, we shouted loud and proud. You know, we're very out of the box thinking and innovative with the way things we're doing. So, if those are the ideas being thrown around 2 months into your role, well, I have no idea where we're going to be in 2 years down the road, but look forward to that. Also looking forward to tomorrow night. Bluebirds Nest live returns. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we travel all the way north to Bala. It's an early afternoon journey for the players, staff, and I believe a supporters association bus as well on Friday. Safe travels to everybody making their way up northwest Wales. If you aren't able to travel, please do join us from 7:40 p.m. As we bring you live audio commentary from Maes Tegid. It's third versus fourth, so hopefully an evening full of entertainment, and we can pick up the points or some points. I think you know, a draw away at Bala is a good result. A win would be superb. But are you looking to make the trip yourself, Fitch, or will you be tuning in online?
I'll be tuning in for sure. Over the next few weeks, I won't be ventured too far. You can probably see the crib behind me. So I think I better stay local. I'll definitely be tuning in.
Excellent. How long to go with Mrs. Thomas?
About 6-7 weeks. Yeah.
We're
all prepared, but I don't know.
I assumed you wouldn't be traveling to Bala in case you had a phone call. So yeah, enjoy from the comfort of your own home. But obviously, it goes without saying, best of luck with all of that. And I'm sure everybody will be keeping an eye out for some superb news to come. On that, then leads me seamlessly again. You've been playing a bit of sport over the summer. A keen cricketer. Have you hung your pads up now, or will we see you out again next summer?
I haven't hung the pads up. I'll definitely be out there next summer. Yeah, it's something I've done from young. I enjoy it. Yeah, and to play in Pembrokeshire is great. Play for a team called Loreni. Yeah, just a little village club, and we seem to be doing all right for ourselves. So yeah, keep playing.
Fantastic. Well, you've got lots on your plate. I'm sure you'll smash it though. It's well, I think I've gone through nearly all of the bullet points I want to get out. I feel like I've grilled you a bit, but honestly, it's been great to find out about everything going on and, the impact you've already made just in a short period of time. So listen, mate, thank you for joining me. Really great to see your enthusiasm and creativity as well. I'll say, you've come in with a fresh set of eyes and ideas. Best of luck with it all, including the little one, the 6 weeks away, just in time for Christmas. I love it. You're going to smash it all, I'm sure, but really looking forward to seeing it all become a reality. And get those early nights in now before before it all goes.
Saying that, I know.
No, top man. Thank you, mate, for your time, and I'll catch you soon.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.